Hi, I'm Chris, and I live in Los Angeles with my celebrity mom. Before I continue, please like and subscribe to MSA. I never knew my dad, but I totally worshipped my mom. She was a famous singer, and with her sparkly clothes and gorgeous voice, she was perfect in my eyes. Except, mom never seemed to love me the way I loved her. In fact, growing up, she was always so busy. She barely had time for me. Mom, could you help me with my hair? I'm late for school, and this knot is just the worst. Oh, sweetie, I'm late for a recording, but I've got an idea. And with that, mom took a pair of scissors and cut a huge chunk of my hair. I walked around the school looking like a shaved lizard for days. When I was 10, I got selected to play the lead in the play. Mom promised that she would come, but I kept waiting and she never showed up. When I got home, I saw her having a spa session in the middle of our living room. Everything is calm. You're in your happy place, in the middle of the meadows, beneath the sparkling skies. Mom? Shh! She's in her happy place. I don't care. I need to talk to her. But mom just lay there, face down, completely zoned out. I felt so mad. I walked up to the massage lady and smashed the bowl of oil on the floor. What's the matter with you, Chris? Can't you see I'm busy? You missed my play for a stupid spa session? How could you be so selfish, Mom? You have no idea about the stress I'm under. Working on my new album to keep my millions of fans happy. And how about keeping me happy? Ever thought about that? With that, I just ran up to my room and shut my door. Mom and I didn't speak to each other for days. And after that, she left for yet another tour and didn't come back for 2 whole weeks. Over time, Mom and I just got more distant. She got busier with work, and I got busier with school and theater. With time, I got better and started performing in local dramas. Things were fine, but then I turned 16 and everything changed. Mom told me she was leaving on a tour for a year and I was going to a boarding school. But I don't want to go. My whole life is here. Why are you doing this? Chris, please don't make this more difficult than it already is. You're going to a boarding school and that's final. I kept arguing with Mom the whole night, but she didn't give a hoot, and 2 days later, I was on a flight to my new school. Mom didn't even come to see me off, but by now, I didn't care. From the moment I arrived, I hated the place. The walls were so gray, it made my eyes hurt, and the hallways looked something straight out of a horror movie. Just when I thought the place couldn't get creepier, I was on my way to the class when suddenly a girl my age collapsed at my feet. Oh my god, my head is so heavy. I feel like I'm gonna throw up. Take me to the nurse, please. The girl started shivering like crazy, and I panicked and took her to the nurse. But she was so busy with someone else and just told me to take the girl to one of the treatment beds. I'm here a lot since I suffer from fainting spells. But you didn't faint. You just dropped at my feet. Right. I mean, normally I faint a lot. But today, I just have a broken sock bone. Okay, fine. I'm just trying to get out of class. Please don't tell anyone. You can stay with me in Miss Class too. I'll cover for you. I'm Melody. Chris. Melody and I got talking and instantly connected over our hatred for the boarding school. Incidentally, she was also my roommate and the biggest troublemaker around. She was always sneaking out, bunking classes, misbehaving with teachers. Her dad was one of the trustees, so the teachers didn't really say anything. This one time, Melody dropped fart bombs in the class and everyone went into a frenzy. Obviously, she got busted and threw a tantrum. I was trying to hide my fart smell with that bomb. I have a very weak stomach and I fart a lot. You know how kids can get really mean about these things. You want me to get bullied? What if I start taking drugs? What if I die? And then Melody dropped like a fly to the ground and the teacher ended up apologizing to her instead. Being with Melody was fun and slowly I started liking my life in school. Until one day, I was on stage reciting a Shakespeare sonnet for a school play. When I saw Mom walking in, I was so shocked to see her. I forgot all my lines and ran backstage in panic. But I tripped on the stairs and the next thing I knew, I was in the hospital with Mom and Melody sitting next to me. I'm a horrible mother. I shouldn't have come and upset Chris like that. It's my fault. I called you here so we could finally tell Chris the truth. But I guess we messed up big time, Mom. What? When did you wake up? Around the same time you called my mom your mom. I didn't say mom. I said bomb, because your mom's the bomb. Shut up. I might have hit my head, but I'm not stupid. Now tell me, why did you call her mom? It's okay, Mel. I think it's time. Chris, sweetie, Melody is your twin sister. Mom told me how years ago she was in a horrible marriage with my biological father and she had no choice but to run away from home. But after a week, she found out she was pregnant with twins. She couldn't afford to raise 2 kids, so she gave Melody up for adoption. I ran away to LA and met this music producer who helped me out. When I got successful, I tried looking for Melody, but I couldn't track her down. My adoptive dad's witchy girlfriend wanted me out of the house, so he enrolled me in this boarding school. But last week, Dad finally told me about my biological mom. I got in touch with Mom and asked her if she'd want to meet me. And you chose to meet her here, Mom? You didn't think what would happen if I found out? I thought it would be nice to introduce you to your twin sister. Mom, you paid 0 attention to me all my life, and then you show up here, unannounced, and tell me I have a twin sister? What part of this is nice. And Melody, you knew I was your sister and didn't say a word to me? Why? Mom asked me not to. And you listened to her? The woman who abandoned you. This is crazy. My head's spinning. Just leave, both of you. Mom and Melody left, and I just sat in my bed feeling totally betrayed. Doctors discharged me that evening, and soon after, Mom left for home. Back in school, I just avoided Melody like the plague, even though she tried talking to me a million times. Soon, it was time for spring break, and I was packing my stuff when Melody walked in. Are you done? The driver's here to pick us up. What do you mean? I'm going home. My dad is traveling for business, so Mom invited me to stay at your place. I know you hate the idea, but I've waited all my life to have a family. Please, just let me have this one spring break. I promise I won't butt in your life ever again. I wanted to say no, but Melody looked like she would break in a million pieces, so I decided to look the other way. It would be good for Melody to discover what a terrible mom we had, but I was totally wrong. Mom was so excited to have Melody around, she took a break from work, made us breakfast, took us out on shopping sprees, dinners, and she even threw a homecoming party for Melody. Mom had never paid me so much attention, and it made me so jealous watching her bond with Melody. Soon after spring break ended, and it was time to get back to school. But a day before we had to leave, Mom gave me yet another surprise. So, I've spoken to your dad, Melody, and we have decided that it's best you girls stay near home. No more boarding school for you guys. Isn't that exciting? Oh, Mom, that's great! It sucks! Mom, I begged you not to send me to that dreaded school, and you didn't listen to me. But now that you have your new daughter, you want her to stay near you? I want both my daughters to stay close to me. I've missed out on so much already, and I just want to make up for the lost time. Yeah, right? You'll just end up disappointing Melody like you've always disappointed me. With that, I just left. And the next day, Mom enrolled us in a school nearby. I just wanted to stay away from home as much as possible, so I decided to join the drama club in my new school. On my first day, we were asked to perform a dialogue from Romeo and Juliet, and I got paired up with this dreamboat of a boy, Matt. He was so cute, I could hardly focus.
Oh, my Juliet, why won't you come down? I want to see your pretty face and your beautiful sparkling eyes.
Go on.
It's your line?
Sure. Oh, Matt, I mean Romeo. You are the light of my life. Your face is so perfect, like a sculpted statue. And those arms, so strong. Do you work out a lot?
I do, but I don't think that's what we were talking about.
Then what are you talking about?
The play? Are you okay? You're not blinking.
I'm fine. I'm just getting into character. You know, Juliet and all. I'm weird. Sorry. Bye-bye. Nice to meet you. I ran in the other direction feeling totally embarrassed. And minutes later, Matt came behind me. The two of us started talking, and by the end of the day, Matt asked me out on a date. I had the best time with Matt that evening. He was fun, cute, and a really good listener. Pretty soon, I found myself pouring my heart out to him, telling him everything about my family and Melody.
It sounds tough. I grew up without a family too. I mean, I had my dad, but he was hardly around, so I get where you're coming from.
Thanks for listening. I've ruined the date, haven't I?
Maybe there's still time to turn things around.
And with that, Matt leaned in and kissed me, and I kissed him back. We went on a few more dates, and I was over the moon when Matt asked me out officially. Every night, he'd come over, and I'd sneak out with him. We'd go for drives, parties, walks, and it helped me keep my mind off things at home. One evening, Matt invited me to this party at his cousin's place. It was a little out of town, so he told me we'd be staying the night. I was just climbing out my window when Melody walked in. Where are you going? To hang out with your hippie boyfriend? I know you've been sneaking out to spend time with Matt, but Chris, I just don't think he's right for you. I heard he's always skipping school and his grades are trash. And just last week, he almost got arrested for stealing cars. Those are baseless rumors. And you're one to talk. Have you completely forgotten what a mess you were in school? Besides, you should be happy I'm out of your hair so you can spend more time with Mom. I'm just trying to reconnect with my family. And look how great that's going. Now I'm getting late, so go back to your room and stay out of my life. And I just picked up my bag and left. I took a cab and went straight to the location Matt had sent. But when I reached the place, it was totally dark and there was no one around. I walked up to the cabin and knocked, but no one answered, and seconds later, someone tapped on my shoulder. I turned around and saw two big men staring at me, and Matt was right behind them. What's happening? And who are you?
Oh, don't worry, sugar. We'll only keep you here till your mom comes and rescues you.
Rescue me from what? Matt, what is this?
I'm so sorry, Chris. I owe these people a lot of money, and since my dad won't give me any, I had no choice but to kidnap you. Just do what they're saying and we'll all be safe. I promise you.
Are you out of your mind? I trusted you. You're my boyfriend. Oh my god, this is such a mess. Help!
Don't bother. There's no one around. Please, Chris, just sit tight and hear me out.
Get away from me! I pushed Matt away and ran for my life, but one of the two big hounds caught up to me and took me back to the cabin. Just as he was trying to tie my hands, I bit his ear and pushed him away. The other guy launched himself at me, but before I could react, a vase came flying out of nowhere and hit him in his head. He fell backwards, and I saw Melody jump in with a baseball bat. Matt saw everything and rushed out the cabin, but he was stopped by Mom and a bunch of policemen. As they handcuffed and dragged Matt and the two guys away, Mom came running and hugged me tight. I'm so glad you're okay. Thank God. I saw you getting into that cab and noted down its number. He's the one who told me about this place. Don't you dare do something like this again, Chris. I'm so sorry, Mel. I was so mad watching you and Mom together. It just made me jealous and crazy, and I just couldn't think straight. I thought you guys didn't care about me since you had each other. It's my fault. As a single mom, I needed to work hard and I got my career break, but I guess I just kind of got carried away with it. I wasn't there when you needed me, Chris, and I will never forgive myself for that. But I'm here now. Not just for Melody, but for both of you. So please, give me another chance. I'm sorry too. I should have been there for you as a friend before anything else, but I was so happy to have found Mom. I ignored how you must have felt. Hey, at least we're all here and together, and that's all that matters. How about we start with a clean slate? You spoke my mind.